Hello, my people. Thank you so much for joining us again today. This is Eunice, FiveThirteen. We are still building up on our talk on the cash flow quadrant. Yeah, continue following us up on at Eunice FiveThirteen on Facebook, at Eunice FiveThirteen on TikTok, and FiveThirteen Solution Hub on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining us again. So today we are actually wrapping up on the cash flow quadrant, and just a preview. If you remember what we've been talking about on the left and the right side, put it there on the comment. Let's see how much we've been grasping. Now today we are actually like I said, wrapping up on the cash flow quadrant, and our topic today is how do you now cross over from the left side, which is the employees and self-employed people, to the right side of the quadrant where we have the investors and the business. So actually, really, according to Kiyosaki on the cash flow quadrant book, he says it's not really what you have. The difference between the left side and the right side people, it's not what they have, it's how they think. So today we are talking about changing our mindset, really. And I know I've talked about mindset here, because really it is what is in your mind that makes the really big difference. So he says that it is not, like I said, it's not what you have, it's what you become along the way. So he actually quotes this quote that says, be, do, and have. So you have to become fast before you have what you want to have. So how do you become? You become by changing your mindset. So on the left side of the quadrant, people seek security. They seek security. They don't like to take risk. People on the left side are always scared of risk. But really on the right side of the quadrant, people say it's how you manage risk. It's not about avoiding risk, because if you avoid risk, at all, you never do something. I don't know whether you've heard of the saying that's about analysis paralysis. So on the east side, or rather on the left side of the quadrant, people analyze too much until they don't do nothing at the end of the day. And I'm not saying you take risk blindly. What I'm saying is you still have to take a step. You cannot gain without losing. Sometimes you have to lose something to learn how to have. So if you analyze too much, if you become paralyzed through the analysis, you never really get to achieve anything. So first, start changing your mindset. Become what the I's and the B's have. The only way you can do that is associating yourself with those who have already become the B's and I's. Now, let me ask you, let's be practical here. The left side of the quadrant, like we say, they don't like the risks and they don't like taking risks. But the B's know how to take risk and manage the risk. So let's see, where do we really have actually the real risk? Is it on the left or the right? Now, as an employee, for example, if you're employed, anything happens to you today, you are not able to go to work, something, accident, whatever it is, you're sick, you cannot go to work for a month. Are you going to be paid for not going to work? Definitely not. Now, on the right side of the quadrant, if I have a business, I'm earning passive income. Whether I go to work or not, whether I show up or not, whether I'm sick or not, I still gonna get my passive income. So really and truly, where is the risk? Is it on the left side or the right side? It's really on the left side, because if you don't show up, then you don't get paid. On the right side, you still get paid whether you show up or not. So what are we saying here? You have to start changing your mindset. Start looking at risk as a way of building blocks. So you cannot get to the next level without trying at least making the first step. When you're riding a bicycle, you have to make several falls before you can truly be able to balance and move on. So what I'm saying today is, if you don't want to fall, you will never know how to ride the bicycle. So manage to learn how to fall, stand up, and continue until you're able to stabilize. So really, for you to cross over from the left side to the right side, is you have to change your mindset. You have to change your thoughts. Your emotional and your rational brain, kind of fights. But if your emotional brain becomes too strong over the rational brain, you will never go somewhere, because now you are phobic. You're scared of taking a step. So we have to manage our thoughts. So you become, then you do what you become, and then you have what you want to have. So today, guys, let us learn to become by associating ourselves, by teaching ourselves, by reading books, by, get into that class, get into those groups, get into those with those people who have already become, for you also to associate yourself and become like them. So today, guys, for you to move from the left to the right, let's become what we want to be by doing and then having. Thank you so much.